Deadlock is tagged as a multiplayer, third-person hero shooter MOBA, which doesn't sound too insane depending on how employed you are, but is easily the most complicated video game you can experience right now. In Deadlock, choosing what to do is hard. Fighting is hard, and movement is kind of easy actually. I think it's probably one of the easier parts of this game, and if I gotta be honest, I really wish more of the game was. Of course it's hard. This is a fucking Valve game. If you aren't severely autistic or painfully Russian, there's no hope for you. Long gone are the days where you can get by pressing just WASD to move from one place to another. Now, if your keyboard doesn't sound like this, and your pinky finger's not deformed from nights spent passionately pounding your shift key, you aren't trying hard enough. Probably. But what do I know? I mess up basic movement all the time, and I've been pounding vigorously since like December, so yeah, weird protection, I guess? I don't fucking know. This bit went on way too long. The point is, there's a million different ways to go from point A to point B inside this game. Literally everything is a movement opportunity, and coupled with the fact that this game is getting major changes all the time, people are constantly coming up with new tech to exploit these changes. The edge boosting tech, the instant air dashing tech, the penis in hand tech. Movement inside this game is closer to an art form than an actual gameplay mechanic. This is both a good and a bad thing. Good in the sense that you can spend countless hours loaded into the map just practicing shit and never get bored learning the surprisingly deep movement mechanics. Pulling off even the simplest shit inside a real game feels extremely satisfying, regardless of if it actually helps you or not. Where this same depth becomes bad stems from how easy it is to get overwhelmed trying to learn anything. Why am I watching a 20-minute guide on how to move my character around? Better yet, why am I watching a 5-minute guide on going upstairs? This game's cycle of being shitty at something, watching a guide just to remain shitty at that very same thing, is never ending. And the thing is, even if you do something cool, you can't brag about it, or God forbid you post it. Like I said before, this shit is an art form, and you can bet your little happy ass Deadlock clip that no one would give a flying fuck if some woman named Mona was paying it today. That's what's expected, Da Vinci. Loading into a Deadlock match pits 6 large balding men up against 6 equally large but slightly balder men under the glamorous guise of teamwork. By competing against each other and winning the game through cunning, team coordination, and superior strategy, you're sure to— oh my god, I can't see my keyboard. This game is like 90% fighting. Maybe it's the rank I'm in, or the good old North American spirit plaguing my servers, but every game I play turns into a slightly less theatric shit show. And I could blame my teammates for this, but if I have to be honest, I'm part of the problem. Fights in Deadlock break out for 2 major reasons. You, the dumbass, or your team, the dumbasses. The only difference is that when you're the reason, you usually die first, giving you more than enough time to come up with a coping statement, the following being some of my all-time favorites. I'm such a stupid chud. Why is it always me? And the timeless classic, we deserve to lose. And to be honest, fighting is inevitable. When you put 12 dangerously alpha men with luscious hair together, there really is only one feasible result. That being said, during the many gray screens where I typically spend a majority of my games, I started to realize sometimes fighting bad. That's not to say I stopped fighting altogether. Goodness no, I could never give in to the societal pressure that is restraint. But I started to think more and more about when I should be fighting, and to be real, it ruined fighting for me. Do we have more ults? No. Can't fight. Do we have more money? Hell no. Fighting's a bad idea. Does their team have dynamo? This game is already over. Before I knew it, the one thing near and dear to my heart had become a mental minefield. Team fighting in Deadlock is harder than a Japanese manga artist when he's drawing high school girls. This shit is so complicated, it could serve as an undergraduate degree, and the people who claim to be able to see what's going on during these fights are lying to you. Look at my screen right now. Do you see a green rock? No? Me either. We lost the game because of this, by the way. I was not exaggerating when I said you have to be severely autistic to be good at this game. Being able to remain hyper-focused on a single objective when the world around you is shattering before your very eyes is a skill that I can truthfully admire inside this game. And while movement and teamfighting inside Deadlock are some of the most complex concepts I've tried cramming into my slim mental frame, the most convoluted part of this game has to be
"You're just a passive pussy, it's okay."
teamwork. Deadlock is full of some of the most interesting specimens I've ever played with. Coming from someone who's played countless hours of games like League of Legends and Valorant, I don't think it's unreasonable to say the people who play this game give those same communities a run for their money. Voice chat has to be one of the strangest phenomena of the modern world. The ability to simultaneously scream slurs and coordinate teamfights with the push of a button gives every player the option to be either Winston Churchill or the Stash. And you would be surprised how many people start to sound suspiciously German given the right circumstances. I've witnessed multiple grown men tell other grown men to end their lives because of their in-game performance. And while I definitely don't condone this behavior at all, I can't help but laugh at the whimsical nature of the entire situation.
I hate you all. I hope you all lose this game. I want to kill you all. I actually want to kill you all.
You cannot tell me that's what a mentally well individual sounds like. What's worse is that at this point, I think it's better to hear shit like that than be stuck in a game where no one says a word. So many people will just sit there for 40 minutes and suffer. No team comms, no text chat, no pings, just emotionless losses. And I'm just gonna speak for everyone when I say this. Use your fucking microphone. The amount of games I've played recently where the whole lobby is more silent than the comment section of one of my videos is astonishing. I'd rather be called every slur in the book by people who sound like they eat sloppy joes for breakfast than lose another game in silence. I'm not saying you have to be my best friend. I'm fucking annoying, and I know that. But please, for the love of God, just tell me that so I know I'm not just imagining playing with the 5 of you right now. I could care less what you sound like. Do you hear this guy?
"You're AFK at Yamato!"
Can you guess what he ate for breakfast? Me too, and it sounds like it's still on his shirt. Why is he talking and you aren't? I went into Deadlock expecting way less than I got. I knew the game had substance, but between the impossible to master movement, the chaotic 12-person teamfights, and cooperating with virtual terrorists, I'm dizzier now than this one time my eyes crossed up writing the teacups of terror. This has to be how old people feel about Fortnite, and the craziest thing is, I'm addicted. I can't stop playing. I get on, lose for 4 hours straight, get off, and then do it all over again. But hey, at least it's fun, right? Yeah, I shit talk in the other videos too.